Well, how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see, I've been thinking quite a bit lately about the ideas behind how to make money in business. And there is an idea out there that the only way to make money in business is dishonestly. And that's the best way to transfer wealth, get that money out of their pocket, your money out of their pocket, right? All that stuff. Some phrases people use to try to get you to act unethically in business. One phrase that I've heard one guy say quite a bit is, everybody likes the sausage, but nobody likes how it's made, right? Saying that this is, what the market wants, and they don't really care what you do to get them what they want. So long as you get them what they want, you can do whatever you want to get them there, or whatever it takes. I disagree. I think that's an interesting analogy, but I don't think it is true whatsoever, nor should it be followed. That being said, I think a lot of people push this idea that business is unethical because either, number one, they have done unethical things themselves, let themselves be taken advantage of. Number one, I guess, is that they want to rationalize their unethical behavior by saying everybody does it, and so therefore it isn't unethical. In fact, it's just distasteful but ethical behavior, right? Number two is that they've been taken advantage of themselves, and they don't want to be the only one, kind of a misery loves company kind of thing. And if they don't feel as foolish if everybody's going around trying to fool each other, right? And then let's see here. It's two. There was a third one I had in my head. Third to be continued. But these are some of the things that people want you to do to act unethically in our environment, in the business world, and it's just not true. Business does not have to be won unethically. In fact, oftentimes this is just a patchwork until they can find a way to. And even some people get started that way and then they change their mind. But then they rationalize that it's okay to get started that way once again. So this is something that doesn't have to be. We don't have to have unethical business. There are plenty of business owners who start ethically, live ethically, make a pretty good living, and do a lot of good things. In fact, if you live by the rules and in the rules, they kind of protect you. It's like obeying the rule of gravity. If you obey the rule of gravity, you can kind of rely on it a little bit, in that I'm not going to fall right through the ground. If I I guess that's more of a strong and weak force kind of thing that keeps the bonds of materials together. But either way, you can kind of rely on that if you shoot the orbiter around the Earth, it's going to continue on this path as it gets pulled towards the Earth, but continually missing it. You can almost rely on that gravity to do its job, so that way you can have an orbit around the world, right? So you can rely on these rules so long as we're all kind of obeying them. And if you obey them, you can use them for your benefit instead of always trying to look over your shoulder and always be worried if somebody can take what you've won away from you. Also, kind of, if somebody else's hands are dirty, now both your hands are dirty, now each one of you have leverage on the other one and things like that because of the dirty hands. So sometimes they want you to get your hands dirty so they can have leverage on you to further convince you to do things that they want, manipulate you, control you, things of that nature. So all in all, there are some possible short-term gains to act unethically in business. But I would say overall, it's just damaging everybody in our communities and our businesses and our individuals. And it's selfish, not in a good way. Probably a bit more of ego involved than altruism. But that's my 2 cents. Now maybe I'll remember that third point and get back to you on that. But thanks for joining me on this walkabout about unethical business behavior. And yeah, good luck, guys. If you need any help, let me know. Okay, bye-bye.